What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. Did you know that humans bloating didn't always exist? Did you know that during the turn of the century, that's when bloating started to really become an issue? Okay. So today, what we're going to cover is bloating. Why does it happen in your human body and what you can do to prevent it from happening to you? All right. Now, bloating overall is just basically a buildup of gas in your body, okay, or some sort of constipation, okay? 9 times out of 10 is mostly due to gas. What is causing this gas? But in order for you to understand that, I got to break down some things for you so you can understand how the digestive system works, all right? So when you actually give your body food, okay, it goes to the stomach, then it goes through the small intestine, then it goes to your large intestine. The large intestine is also called the colon, all right? Now, when you give your body food, right, your stomach is supposed to break things down, okay? And what it does a movement called peristalsis, okay? And peristalsis is basically like the churning of the food, okay? That way it's breaking it down a little bit more, okay? But then once it's done, it's considered chyme, okay? The chyme actually goes through the small intestine, and the small intestine is when the actual nutrients, the proteins, the fats, the carbohydrates is literally picked out, from the epithelial cells. And long story short, that is the lining of your small intestine. And basically, this is where you're actually receiving the nutrients of the food that you actually gave your body, okay? But then it goes into the large intestine, all right? In the large intestine, 9 times out of 10, or what is supposed to happen, there's not supposed to be a lot of food left, okay? Basically, the large intestine is taking out the byproducts, the toxins, etc., okay? But what happens is during the large intestine, there is sometimes the food really didn't get break down as much as it was supposed to, okay? And then when it gets into the large intestine is where it has, or it's the host of your gut microbiome, okay? And your gut microbiome, just so you have an idea, yes, you have bacteria in your stomach right now, okay? But they're good bacteria, okay? What this bacteria does, it literally allows your body to produce something called short-chain fatty acids, okay? Propionate, acetate, butyrate. And basically, this allows your cells, or allows your stomach to hold its integrity, okay? You got a mucosal layer, and basically it fights off toxins, anti-inflammatory properties, so you won't get inflamed and won't have chronic inflammation. Just so you have an idea, all diseases start in the gut based off what you're putting in your mouth, okay? So what happens is when it comes to bloating, there is some sort of carbohydrates, majority of the time, that made its way to the large intestine, and your large intestine is really not able to break it down, or your stomach wasn't able to break it down. So what's happening is your bacteria that's in your large intestine starts to ferment this carbohydrates, okay? And because that is the case, usually the byproduct of it all is gas, all right? So 9 times out of 10, when you are experiencing some sort of bloating, it's for the mere fact that your body is not well equipped to break down what you're providing it, okay? So if you actually did some research, if you're somebody who has IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome, and just so you have an idea, if they name or put syndrome at the end of anything, that means they don't know what really causes it, okay? But irritable bowel syndrome is basically when your body, or you who experiencing it, something wrong with your intestinal issues, and you're not able to really break down food as easy, and you start to experiencing more cramping, bloating, etc. All right. But when you are giving your body some nutrients that's unable to break down because you don't got the right bacteria, right? Or your stomach's not really acidic enough for it to break down these foods, right? You're going to start experiencing some more gas, okay? Carbon dioxide that's literally trapped inside your gut. Okay, so the main things that you need to pay attention to if you're experiencing a lot of bloating, what I want you to do is just go ahead and look at your daily lifestyle, right? And then go ahead and make a mental note or have a little diary for like a week and see what days when you did bloat, and see what did you actually eat on those days. That's why is the main reason what's causing you to bloat, okay? Because every single time you bloat, there's always going to be a culprit to it, okay? And this could be something as simple as fats, okay? Your body's not able to break down fats as much, okay? If you're somebody that knows that, if I eat a lot of meat, if I eat a steak, or I eat avocado toast and all that stuff, and I notice that I experience a little bit of bloating, that's because your body's not producing enough bile. okay? So what I want you to do is actually go ahead and buy some bile salts, okay? That's gonna literally allow your body to create a little bit more bile, okay? And it's gonna invigorate everything, so your body's gonna be able to break down fats a little bit more, okay? Your body needs bile to break down fats, okay? But also, ironically, during the turn of the century, one thing that we start to eat a lot more that in any time of human history we wasn't really eating as much is a whole lot of wheat, a whole lot of grains, a whole lot of fruit or fructose, and a little bit more dairy. So these are the main things that's going to cause you to bloat, okay? If you're somebody that experiences bloats, these are going to be the main culprits. And what I want you to do is follow something called a low FODMAP diet. What is FODMAP? FODMAPs are basically short chain carbohydrates that is really hard for the human body to digest, okay? So the long-term name for it, okay, is fermentable oligosaccharides, DAC monosaccharides, and polyols, okay? And that's really mostly dairy, okay? So if you had a day you had dairy and you notice that you're starting to bloat a little bit more, then hey, it might be the dairy, okay? It's going to be grains, wheat, and rye, okay? A lot of people have problems breaking down gluten for the mere fact that we wasn't eating gluten all our life. Our predecessors wasn't eating gluten as much as we're eating it now. Every single day we have some bread, majority of the times, okay? That's not how the human body was made. This is the only time in human history where this was possible, okay? Rice, okay? A lot of times rice is going to be a staple or a side to the average person's meal, okay? So these are some foods, nuts, legumes, okay? And once again, fruit. Why? Because fruits are only made to be seasonal, but now we're able to have fruit all year round because of the produce section at your favorite store. Okay, so these are little things because the human body wasn't made to eat as much or as an abundance as we have nowadays. That's the main reason why you're not able to break it down. That's why nowadays we're experiencing the most bloating in human history, okay? We're just eating foods that our body's not really made to have, okay? So what I want you to do in order for you to, once again, stop bloating is go ahead and for 1 week, just see what you like to eat. Literally write it down, what I like to do or what I tell my clients to do. Take pictures because words don't mean nothing to the average person. If you take pictures, then you can physically see, okay, yeah, I did have that little M&Ms later that night that I totally forgot about. Oh yeah, I did have some ice cream that night and I totally forgot about. You're going to forget some foods, okay? So if you take pictures of everything that you eat, you're going to notice, oh, there's a correlation. Every single time I have some bread, I bloat. Or every single time I have some dairy, I bloat, okay? So bloating is literally means to your body's basically telling you that you have an intolerance to some sort of food, okay? Which means what? Not because it's not causing any issues, because you're not in severe pain, right? You're saying, oh, okay, today I'm bloated, it is what it is. But no, that's your body letting you know, hey, you need to stop doing that because you're ultimately inflaming yourself. And your gut microbiome is not made for that, okay? So what you need to do is figure out what you're doing, okay, and find the cause of your bloating, okay? It could be also carbonated beverages. For instance, like me, I love carbonated beverages, right? But I've never experienced bloating per se. But one thing I also want you to incorporate in your diet, you need some probiotics, okay, and prebiotics. What probiotics are, you've probably seen it in the stores, little capsules that already have some bacteria in it, and that's going to help feed or help give your body a better culture of bacteria that's going to be able to break down the foods that you obviously want. That grains, them legumes, that rice, the fruit, etc., or dairy, okay? Also, I want you to start looking up prebiotic foods, okay? Prebiotic foods such as chicory or asparagus, what these foods do, it literally feeds your good gut bacteria, okay? And this is the ones that you want. Once again, your Bifidobacteria, lactobacillus, you probably heard of these terms before, okay? Your Akkermansia, etc., okay? But what you want to do is destroy your Bacteroidetes, okay? And these are the bad bacteria, lipopolysaccharides, and these are the things that's causing more issues, okay? But the bad bacteria only gets fed when you give your body what? Sugar. So as you can see, sugar really is the main issue, and carbs and sugar are the exact same thing in the human body. The body cannot tell the difference, okay? Fructose is a type of sugar. Glucose is a type of sugar. You see what I'm saying? So what you need to do is give your body the best type of fiber, the best type of carbs, which so happens to be leafy greens or cruciferous vegetables, or things such as asparagus, okay? That's going to give your body prebiotics, okay? And that's going to basically allow your body to feed the good bacteria, which means what? You're not going to have as much stomach issues as you currently do now, all right? Ignorance is bliss until you're not ignorant anymore. So start incorporating some probiotics. See exactly what your body is literally intolerant to, okay? Then take it out. You can have it here and there. Like, for instance, if you're lactose intolerant, some people still, eat some ice cream to this day. But they're doing it smarter, okay? And then because they're more aware, they could go ahead and tackle the issue. They don't have as much issues as they did when they was totally unaware, okay? So awareness is key, all right? That's what I want you to start doing today. Hopefully this resolves all your bloating issues. And that's your reset tip of the day. That's going to help you stay snatched all the time, not only summertime. Talk to y'all soon.